And a full house of Ragavans and Blood Moons there. Can keep this hand though. Put back Kaldra. Oh yeah, it was Winding Away. Yeah, we saw Winding Away too. No Shamans, just well I guess they're not mono green, they have Grist. So they're playing Grist over Shaman of the pack. I guess that makes sense because Shaman's like kind of win more and like, you know, weak to removal spells, which your deck is kind of weak to anyways. I think it's creativity. I'm not sure what this matchup is. I haven't played it much. Solitude's kind of good. Blood Moon can be good. Yeah, there's a lot of complaining about Modern, but it's also like we got crushed by Elves and Blue Steel today. I don't know. I think the format's pretty good. I think it's, you know, one sad and unfortunate thing about Modern that most people don't seem to like is you do have to play good cards in your deck. I know that most people are not really into that thing, but as long as you get good cards in your deck, you're going to be okay. That's the one thing that some players seem to be upset about. Good cards equal MH2 cards! Yeah, kind of. Yeah. It's not just MH2 cards. There's other cards in the format, huh? You got Sword of Fire Ice. You got Ranger-Captain, an MH1 card. I'll remind you. Yeah, lands too. Yeah, none of these are MH2 cards. You got Fervent Champion in this deck too. Opponent just doesn't have creativity, which is great. Yeah, let me actually restart Magic Online when we sideboard. I think that might get the widget back. If you play bad cards, Ragavan won't steal anything. Truer words have never been spoken. I think I'm just hitting them. I could hit the token. I think it's kind of close. No, we lost to Elves. We got kind of bodied by Elves, to be honest. I think I just get another Sentinel and cast it, so if they Archon, I can. Just like the little Sentinel there. Maybe draw an extra card. I can also upkeep Sac Ranger-Captain. That's probably correct, actually. Kittybot, thank you for 3 months. Appreciate you. Rather worry about bans. Let's ask about unbanning Shaman. Oh, man. Oh, they're playing the Titan version. Okay. I'm like shook by the amount of questions I've had about unbanning Deathrite. That card is not a reasonable piece of cardboard at all. Okay, putting into one turns off fetch lands. Blood Moon is the best possible draw, which is good. Just resolves. Awesome. They didn't even like look for reband there. Yeah, people like act like unbanning these like really powerful fair cards would help keep like the other fair decks in check, but you just have to understand, like, the Ragavan decks are going to play Deathrite Shaman. They're going to play Uro. They're going to play Oko. All these silly unbanned requests. Yeah. I think Modern is too expensive. I think Modern's basically always been too expensive. That is a problem. Jones, with 3 months, appreciate you. Spike Deathrite is just a monkey that doesn't turn on Mox Amber. Oh man. Yeah, they could errata Deathrite Shaman to be creature type monkey too. I'd be more okay with it if they did that. Alright, so we're bringing the Forge-Tenders, the Feast and Famine. They're playing the Titan variant. I don't think that means I want Deflecting Palm or anything goofy like that. I think it does mean I'm just going to trim a Fury and hope. Could play Rest in Peace. Yeah, just teaming with Ragavan, Oko, Shaman, Ridden 6 Uro. And Yorion to slap Fedimal in there. Yeah, Bridge from Below definitely died for Hogak Sins and Looting Sins. Honestly, when they banned Bridge from Below, it was just like the biggest joke ever. It was just like the biggest, like, that was the last time they made a ban list change in Modern that was just like, so, you know, horribly mismanaged. But I think after they did that, they did, you know, unban Stoneforge Mystic, and they banned Looting and Gak, and things have been pretty good since then. But when they just banned Bridge from Below, it was just so dumb. It was so dumb that they didn't ban Looting or Hogak in that ban announcement. Wait, this has how much toughness? This card must cost like $200, because just like totally shuts down my Ragavan, which costs 100. Giant Killer for Titan. I've got Solitude for Titan, so I was kind of thinking like you also like really don't want Titan to resolve. What am I getting here? Maul of the Skyclaves, I think. Let's fly over the crab. It's also a white card for Solitude. Bridge from Below is the type of card that if it's doing good things, broken. If not, it's still garbage. Not an interesting card at all. Well, I mean, saying it's not an interesting card at all maybe betrays your biases. It's definitely an interesting card. Maybe not a card to be good for competitive games. But, I just when it was the card, when it was banned, like, it was just, like, so clearly, like, not the broken card in the Hogak deck. It's like Looting and Hogak were like the cards that just were so pushed and dominant. It was just a joke that they banned Bridge. Could keep up the yeah, let's actually just play the sword and keep up Solitude, so I can Solitude a crab or a Titan. I guess they'll target the clue token, so I can't necessarily Solitude the crab in response. Yeah, that's absolutely what it was. Is that they didn't want to ban the new card, but Hogak was like so painfully, obviously, just like one of the worst design cards ever. You know what I mean? All right, let's draw a Fervent Champion. Close enough. Do I upkeep Sag? I don't think so. I think I'm just kind of toasted. They have creativity anyways. Thoughts on remanding creativity decks? I think you have to play it. It's not a very powerful card, but this is a spot where it's fine. So I think it's like very important for like the deck to function. Pretty dead. Would I ever build a Throstalist? I would never build a Throstalist! I would never, ever build a Throstalist. How could you ask me that? My entire clan was slaughtered by Throsta when I was just a wee lad. I don't know what Throsta is. I'm not sure what that card is. You'll have to read it. Yeah, I don't think about the Giant Killer. Oh, I've tried to build I've tried to build a Thrusta deck. It is like one enabler away, I think. I think if another new enabler gets printed for it, like Manamorphose, it'll be good, but it's not quite there yet. 61 was with Team of Reclamation this morning. Please, Bonnet, don't harden evidence me again. Just let me hit you with my monkey. This card's so expensive. Do you think this Boros deck is perfect? I mean, no deck is perfect, especially like a changing metagame. There's obviously changes you could make, but it's been performing really well. I've been pretty happy with it. There's no changes I like really want to make at the moment. Opponent, please. Just let me hit you with my Ragavan. I spent so much money on this card. What does Forge do? It blames their red removal spells. They've got, you know, Fire Ice and Lightning Bolt sometimes. The art on the Hard Evidence is pretty cute. Yes, you reckon, hopefully... I guess I probably should cast this before playing my land, but... should be able to blanket removal. They can play on my Ragavan here. You have 2 bolts, I guess. Yeah, Menino Nate killed it yesterday. They got that to Fairy? Sure hope not. Can have a Prismatic Ending. Force did have a reprint in MH2, but it was like it was a very limited reprint. I agree that like a lot of MH1 and MH2 cards need to be reprinted. I don't know like where you reprint them. It's kind of a problem, right? You could put them in the list. That would probably be pretty good. A good start at least, right? Why did they play Manamorphose, chat? I just realized, is this... It looks like it's like just for mana fixing. It's a bit odd. Horizon Masters, Double Masters 2. Yeah, something like that. Blood Moon Tech. Just feels weird to me. I don't know. I feel like they can reprint image cards of upcoming Double Masters. That would be cool, yeah. I remember liking the Doubles Masters a lot. That's where I got my Mishra's Baubles from. Got a couple other cards, I think. Be good to bring some of these prices down, huh? So I can put a Sophie on a Forge-Tender here. Gotta sack my treasure to do so, though. Commander sets? Yeah, that might be good, too. I'd definitely be down for, like, more Commander players getting into Modern, of course. That way I don't have to go to my local news station and hold a sign outside saying, please, learn how to play Modern. It's really fun, I promise. But Cavern of Souls is a rare, yeah, for sure. That one needs a reprint pretty bad. So if they go for creativity here, they just die, right? They can't trigger Valakut, and I can just put them all here, kill them. How do I feel about a hard evidence ban? Well, you know, I'm in favor of banning any card that's good against me, and keeping legal any card that I like to play. Just like most Magic players. So I'm pretty sure I just put the second Sophie into play, put it on the Ragavan. This means if they have like Prismari command, I get to hit them with one of these 2 swords. I guess this is kind of bad against lightning bolts on the monkey. Pretty good against Triumph Cycle. Pretty good against Triumph Cycle. Although if they do bolt the monkey there, I could sack the Forge-Tender, counter the bolt, deal them 6, kill them. I just kind of felt like they had Prismari command, so I thought this was the best way to play around that. Okay, 1-0 in this league. Thankfully, we were able to dodge both elves and blue steel, so we could win. I'm going to mulligan this hand. It's not a very good Blood Moon hand. Don't have a sword for the Fervent Champ. This is a better Blood Moon hand, and we have a sword for the Fervent Champ. Pretty easy mulliganing, huh? Yeah, I could try one thing real quick for the widget, but a little bit more focused on the game. Just Try to delete it and re-add it again. Turn 1 on Holy Heat, taps. Yeah, still just not here. Yeah, I don't think it's probably in my best interest to jam a Fervent Champion into the open mana here. Probably just better off playing a sword next turn. If they counter it, it's not great, but we could maybe just draw 1 land and go Champion plus sword in the same turn. Ooh, Jeskai. It is the Jeskai thing in the ice deck. Wow. Yeah, we played this deck yesterday. I don't know if they're on my my list exactly, but looks pretty similar so far. What's the history of my face game background? It's just kind of like a collection of a lot of the memes of the channel over the course of the stream's history. I like just jamming Blood Moon. Obviously they have counter spells, but you know, if they are playing my list, they are very cold to Blood Moon. They have 1 main next spell pierce that they can dig for if they're playing my list. They did choose to draw the card. Right, instead of graveyarding. So we'll see if they added some basics that aren't basic island. You can win through Blood Moon. You can still go like dress down plus you can still go dress down plus thing in the ice to win. I think I'm supposed to play around Snapcaster or Unholy Heat just a little bit here, not run right into it. Dress down would have also gotten me. How was the thing? It was fine. We lost playing for 5-0 with it on like the first or second league with it. I think it was the second league. That being said, like 3 of those matches, it was a really fun league, but 3 of those matches were like super difficult, really hard fought games. All like kind of like nightmare matches. Yeah, I think they're supposed to be saving their dress downs until they find Thing in the Ice. Not 100% sure. Okay. I think I go for it now. Alright. Playing the waiting game. Yeah, 4 cards in hand. With the second island, they're only cut off from Prismatic Ending, Archmage's Charm, Luris, Hall of the Storm Giants. I think that's all the cards they're cut off from, which is a decent chunk of the deck, but they can cast a decent number of their cards too. Well, if this equip resolves, the game kind of ends. Does not resolve. They have a heat. The second Blood Moon override the first? It's not a question for me. Seacrum Coast, 2 cards in hand. Pass back. If I draw a Stoneforge Mystic, I'd probably grab Batterskull here. Take that, too. Vimes is redeemed Pet Athena. I'll see if I can bribe her to get in here. Might wait till sideboarding. Esther's been working from home. Esther's been working from home 1, and so she's been hanging out there more. But she was in here for a little while a few weeks ago, but then Esther stole Athena's dog bed when because she was taking care of this lost dog she found over at her mom's house, and her mom still has Athena's dog bed. So she's like, doesn't ever want to hang out in here anymore. But during sideboarding, I can see if I can get her in here. Okay, counterspell number 3. Athena's a dog. She's you can see her in some of my emotes. How do you feel about opponent's name and the deck they're playing? No comment. On my opponent's tier 4 net decker playing a list I put together. Wait, they didn't cast Consider? Yeah, they had a free Consider there. We still don't have our second planes. Once we do, obviously unlocks a lot of our hand. Yeah, I miss the Athena cam days too. But I think with Esther working from home, and she like works in the part of the apartment that Athena likes to hang out in, we're just kind of doomed, I think. Yeah, I think she got bigger too. She doesn't like to sit in my lap anymore. We have four basic planes, and then 8 fetches for them. Athena's like 4 years old now, 4 or 5. She never liked being in lap. How could you say that? She definitely did. Or she like at least tolerated it. When she was like really young, she did. Yeah, opponent might actually deck. Yeah, their deck actually can only win with 2 more copies of Thing in the Ice, and we just can Solitude both of them. I guess they do have Snapcasters. Hold on, how many more Snapcasters? They have 2 more. Esther, do you want to bring Athena in here? Because we had a pet Athena redemption option. They've already used all 3 dress downs, right? Yeah, so they shouldn't be able to dress down this. Although if they did dress down, I could go equip. It'd actually be fine. She's sleepy on the couch. Okay, well then how about this? And we can have Esther refund the pet Athena request, but she has to be the one to do it. We'll see if she can figure it out. Yeah, or you can bring Athena in here. And she'll come if you bribe her. I said 1 Thing in the Ice left, 2 Snapcasters. We have a lot of good draws. It's not one of them. Turn 18. Last time they had Snapcaster, they didn't Snap Consider. Lots of cutting fast lands for 2 more fetches and 2 more basics. The fast lands are really good in this deck. You have 14 red or white 1-mana spells. And you have 4 basic planes and you have 8 white fetches. Should be fine. I feel like it should be fine. Why Vista over any other fetch? Because it gets us.
Do you want to point the camera?
I can, yeah. There's Athena. Esther's doing the petting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Petting and the treat giving.
That's Athena's treat advent calendar from Christmas that is, I think, almost done now.
I think we have still another page. You know what?
It was honestly like an absurd amount of treats.
Look at this big one. Yeah. Oh, he's so cute. Here you go.
Yeah. She just ran off. Alright, they've used 3 counterspells so far. They still have heats in the deck though. 2 heats left. Probably have 1. I think Esther. Whoa, it equipped! It equipped! This is not a drill! This is not a drill. Golly. Game over. On turn 20, we got the job done, huh? Got the job done. Yeah, Athena's a really good dog. She's really grown up a lot. I'm very proud of her. Wait, 1 rest in peace? Only hits Loris and hits their Snapcaster is really not that good. Giant Killer kills Flip Thing in the Ice. Guess we'll do that. Emrakul's for the Mill matchup. Mill's pretty popular. Why do I always cite in this sort of Feast and Famine? I don't. I just wrote my sideboard guide for the deck for Channel Fireball. You can see exactly when I bring it in and when I don't. But you know, we played against like a combo control deck and a control deck. Like you bring it against, you know, big mana combo and control usually. And you don't like, I don't like them against the Ragavan decks. I don't like them against Hammer Time. And so I don't like to main deck it. It would be fine to main deck. It wouldn't be the end of the world though. Pretty sure I want to lead on Sentinel. Text the removal spells. Maybe it was better to lead on Canyon. I think it was fine to get the planes though. Did I have 15 lands on the battlefield? I don't think so. I think I had like 10 or 11. Yeah, Giant Killer is a Ranger-Captain tutor target. It's really important against Reanimator, and it's good against Murktide and Hammer Time. So they have a... Wait, they fetch shocked and then decided not to cast their removal spell. Sideboard Death Shadow attack, maybe. You hear for Emrakul? I mean, we just want the Emrakul as a sideboard card for Mill. Mill is a popular deck in Modern. Mill is a bad matchup for this deck. You don't need to overthink it too much. You don't need to like slap a one Nihiri in there to go through one Emrakul. Counterspell? Let me draw a card? Thank you. Play the monkey. Esper Sentinel's kind of busto in these kind of matchups. Yeah, the MTG bot's broken. Reed Duke beat us at 1-0 last league, actually. Oh no. We lost. No, that was 2 leagues ago. The league before that, we lost to Elves. It's been a weird day. Played against Reed. We lost to Blue Steel. We had an easy trophy with Reclamation. We lost to Elves. It's been a weird day. Is Yanarni here? I do like that card. I think the problem is we maybe just don't have the density of equipments, because that minus. We also have no warriors either for the minus ability, right? The minus ability finds a warrior or an equipment. Yeah, we had won 7 matches in a row with Reclamation, then we lost to Blue Steel. It's pretty embarrassing. So they didn't pay for Bauble, and then they shocked. My opponent probably has Archmage's Charm up here. Oh, this is actually alright. I probably should have just played the Canyon. I'm kind of worried about taking too much damage, though. Yeah, I should play the Forge-Tender first, too. So I also think they have an Unholy Heat. Maybe they go Counterspell plus Heat. Dress Down, okay. Not paying. Why would you not pay here? Weird. I can also I could pitch Solitude here to get the Solitude in play. Is that good? I feel like it's not good because I feel like one of the main ways we lose here is to a Thing in the Ice. Yeah, I think saving Solitude for Thing in the Ice is better. Man, Esther's really been the MVP of the stream. She gave us a Let's Go. She gave Athena a treat. She's been doing some modding. Carrying the category. Saving lost dogs this over the week. Yeah, over the weekend. Esther spent most of her Saturday, a Saturday that she had homework to do, finding the home of a lost dog in our apartment complex, and did find the owner. Really sweet dog, German Shepherd, Husky mix. Yeah, she's literally carrying us, bruv. And it's also like this is not the first time she's done it either. This is like the third dog she's found the owner of. She's just so good at it too. They just like gravitate to her. You know what I mean? They know that she'll help them. Could play Thing in the Ice. Think I'll pass. Yeah, I don't know why my opponent's giving me like literally 4 cards off the Sentinel. It was not played that well, I think. They also fetched Shocked on turn 1 and didn't like do anything with that mana. Yeah, this deck definitely seems trying to pure Thunderstriker. Yeah, I do actually remember you trying this stuff with Asmo. Yeah. I think like the real really what makes this deck work, and it was like a really hard deck building decision to make. I think it's really the triple main deck sort of fire ice. Like it just looks so weird, but it is I think what makes this deck tick. Why is it called Esper Sentinel? It's not white, blue, black because it's from the plane Esper. You can kind of it's got it's on theme there. Okay, 2-0. Getting a run going. Believe it or not, comes up surprising amount of the time. Okay, playing against a Lurrus deck. I think I'm going to keep this hand, even if Blood Moon's maybe not great here. Playing against Burn. Not a very good hand against Burn. But I think this matchup is fine overall, so maybe we lose game 1. Get the sideboard games. I am going to play a Fervent Champion here. I'm also going to attack. The next turn we could maybe have 2 1/1 first strikers to block the Goblin Guide. Stoneforge Mystic. I think I can merge Fiddlebender and blue-white. So here's something that I think that not many people understand about the Fiddlebender list, and something I've been really trying to hammer home, is that what's good about Fiddlebender is not the card itself. Like Fiddlebender is a fine playable card. You get an infinite combo. You get access to like a lot of versatility and interaction. But Fiddlebender is not so strong that it just like replaces other options necessarily. And like Stoneforge Mystic is really important with Fiddlebender because it's like it gets you your Lightning Greaves for your combo with Crackdown Construct, and so like I'm not a fan of like diminishing that power level either. And again, like the reason to play Fiddlebender is to be mono white and to have a low curve. And so to like play Fiddlebender in blue white, I think is a trap. Because like I think you just at that point missed the point. Grim 2 to think with the 19 months, appreciate you. Fiddlebender missing 8 drops to Tinker. Those Mirror Forces are Thought Monitors. See, that's the thing is like you can't really build a deck like that because it's like you have to have a Fiddlebender that didn't die to removal. You have to have enough artifacts to like actually affinity out these cards. You have to not naturally draw your 8 drops either. It's just like so much has to go right for that plan to work. Oh, I was actually probably supposed to take the draw. Put on Side Guide. Well, I have 2 1/1 first strikers, although I do agree the attack didn't cost them that much probably. DRC Bobble I like the DRC Bobble build of Burn. I've been like pretty impressed with it. I've had a good win rate with it. Bobble's also like very good with Lurrus and Swift Spear and like decent in the deck with a lot of like instant speed spells to cantrip into, but we really want to draw a white card here. Boros Charm is disaster for us. Didn't draw the white card either, unfortunately. Why am I low on Goblin Guide? I think Goblin Guide is worse than Swift Spear and Dragon Rage's Channeler and Burn, and I think that you only want to play 12 creatures. I think it's also worse than Eidolon. So, yeah. Channeler I think is the best one drop. That in my experience that card has been very, very strong. Alright, this is the sideboard plan. Yeah, I wrote the guide for this deck last night, so I've got a lot of the sideboard plans fresh in my mind. But cut the Blood Moons, bring in the Palms, Forge-Tenders, Ending, and cut the Kaldra Maul. I don't usually keep Blood Moonings burn. It's like not terrible to play one, but I usually just don't bother. No love for Lavamancer? Well, Lavamancer is like very slow in this format. You can play a Lavamancer. It's like really but you're mostly like at that point debating your flex spots rather than talking about your overall deck construction, because like you can never really play more than like 1 or 2 Lavamancers anyways. Yeah, but Goblin Guide is still a good card in burn. It's like, you know, it's a totally reasonable option, but I think they're just better options. Wear Tear for Eidolon. I've got plenty of good answers to Eidolon. Solitude, Fury, Prismatic Ending. I don't think I'm supposed to like play Wear Tear. What about 1 Lava Band and 1 Basilisk Collar? Doesn't sound that good. Sounds really fun though. I feel pretty good about this matchup. I think we have a good chance to win both sideboard games. You get a Forge-Tender off the Ranger-Captain. Might want to get Fervent Champion instead. We'll see. Oh, there it comes. Thank you, Goblin Guide, for the Sacred Foundry. I might just Deflecting Palm the Goblin Guide next turn. Yeah, let me play the Prismatic and then see if like I've got a card on top like I really want to draw. But maybe I just want to use my mana anyways, actually. Yeah, I'll probably fetch in response. Yeah, we were playing 3 Forge-Tenders for a while. I am down to 2. How does Fiddlebinder go infinite with Construct? It doesn't go infinite, but it tutors up the Construct, and it also it tutors up your combo pieces. So it tutors your Lightning Greaves and it tutors your Crackdown Construct. And that's the actual combo. Why fetch before trigger? So because I'm committed to casting the Deflecting Palm, right? I decided that I'm going to cast a Deflecting Palm no matter what card I see on top of my library. And when I make that decision, that's when I need to fetch in order to minimize the chance that I draw a land next turn. Because Goblin Guide can clear a land from the top of my library, right? I can sack in response to Rift Bolt to strand the Rift Bolts. Probably better just to leave the 3/3 into play. Why not wait till after blockers to see if they cast bolts? Isn't that when I cast it? Yeah. If I didn't do that, I should have done it. I thought I did though. I really don't know about this turn here. I think I'll let the Rift Bolt happen. This is not updated from Stream Ticker. Okay, what's okay? The sideboard's not up to date. Sorry. You maximize the chance of hitting a land off Goblin Guide by fetching after the trigger, not before. Yeah, I think you misinterpreted what I said. I said what I want to do is draw a spell next turn, and if I'm committed to casting the Deflecting Palm, I need to cast the palm before the Goblin Guide trigger resolves, right? So like if I see a spell on top of my library, if I don't fetch first, if I see a spell in the library, if I don't fetch first, I still want to cast this palm. I still need to use my mana to not fall too far behind. So I'm going to fetch away that spell, and then I have a higher chance to draw a land for turn next turn. I had 5 or 3 lands or 2 extra lands in my hand at the time. I don't care so much about just drawing the card of Guide as much as I care about. I think I'd block here. Maybe I'd chump block actually. I kind of like the chump block. Yeah, I don't care about, like literally drawing the land as much as I care about drawing a spell next turn. We on the same page now. And so if I wasn't committed to casting Deflecting Palm, it's better to let the Guide trigger resolve before you fetch, but if I am committed to casting the Palm, then it's better to let the to fetch first. Do you like double block? No, I don't like double block because they can bolt the Sentinel and just eat my Ranger Captain pretty easily, or bolt me, just like kill the Ranger Captain and like, you know, lose the Swift Spear. It's just, I think you give them too much choice. Is there a place for Shadow Spear in this deck? I don't like Shadow Spear that much, no. Yeah, I don't like Shadow Spear that much in this deck. Obviously, like, it is a card you can play, but like, you already have Batterskull as like a lifelink card. You have Maul the Skyclaves, Swords, and Kaldra as cards that can like trample over or provide some evasion. So I don't personally feel like Shadow Spear offers you enough for me to be that interested in playing it, but it would be fine. It would be totally fine. I don't think it's worth the slot. So I'm going to sack the Ranger Captain in response to the Rift Bolts. Caller with Sophie seems nuts. It actually doesn't work the way you want it to. Sword of Fire and Ice is the card dealing the damage, not the creature that the caller is equipped to. Why no Saga? We're a Blood Moon deck. We're a Blood Moon deck. Saga is also like not good in decks. Like it would be better in this deck where you do have a lot of artifacts. Sorry, we actually have enough artifacts that Saga would be pretty good, but I'm choosing to play Blood Moon instead of Saga. You can play Saga instead. I think your deck's worse for it, but not the worst option. Thinking about play Scales. Yeah, I've been playing some Scales off stream. I spent some time learning it to do a Channel Fireball deck guide, which I finished. I do like the deck. I think the deck is quite good though, so maybe we'll play it on stream one day. Just if I feel like it, right? Da-da-ding. Tandy. Thanks for the raid, dude. Sorry for your sorry for the whole Star City situation, man. It fucking sucks. But I'm wishing you the best. How's Pioneer going? Is Pioneer kicking ass? We've talked about the Star City thing a lot today, but just they laid off like most of the writers, basically all the competitive writers like Todd. Go give Tandy a follow. He's bringing Pioneer back, bringing the whole format back. He said if I don't play some Pioneer, he's coming for me in Modern. Okay, we'll play some Pioneer, Todd. We'll play it. Though. Please don't come for me. I do think I'll play some Pioneer after the raid. Yeah, Versus Live is also getting cut, which is really sad. I thought Luis had a really good tweet about it. I retweeted it. Take a look there. His thoughts are like basically the same as mine. Okay, definitely gonna keep this. Let's bolt to 6. Yeah, they did suspend a second Rift Bolt, yeah. Is Counterspell any good on blue-green Rec versus Shadow? I mean, you have to keep summon, yeah. Especially if you're playing just blue-green Reclamation, then I'm not sure exactly what your list looks like, but I imagine that you're probably pretty light on interaction. Hopefully your Blast Zones are good. I think they kept to 1 landers. I feel like if I play Stoneforge Mystic... Oh, I should have played the Sentinel first. That's fine. If they bolt the Fervent Champion, that's fine, but... I should have played this first. Bolt me. Ramen after stream? Yes. Yes. Sounds great. Thank you, sweetheart. I assume you mean we're going to get ramen, or are you making it? Ramen choice. Don't want to dox myself, but we do have a ramen shop we like to go to. Feeling on Invec. Rest in Peace is more important to be living in at the moment. Over Vista over other white fetches. Yeah, that's something I was kind of thinking of a little bit. Like maybe just other white fetches are better than Vista. At the very least, they're like very close. Doesn't really matter that much, but like I feel like you don't need to like shock yourself that often in this deck, right? Like your mana's pretty good. So the ability for Vista to get you your basic mountain, as opposed to any other white fetch making you shock when you need red mana, I think is kind of nice. And again, like the rest of your mana is pretty good. You could maybe do like a little bit of a split. There's certainly some. You have a lot of options, but do I want to prevent the damage of this? I am like a little bit worried about getting skull cracked, but I'll let this go. They have 3 spells in their hand. Sure, another basic is nice at least. I think a sort of pro colors or pro multicolor should work like. Well, pro colors is I guess that sword would have to be a monocolored sword, right? Because if it's pro colorless, then it would just fall off if it was a colorless, so it would have to be like a monocolored sword. Yeah, Versus Live is ending, unfortunately. Enjoy your content while you have it, chat. It doesn't last forever, unfortunately. Yeah, until the end of February. Yeah, you've got a little bit more time. Definitely give a lot of love to the SCG guys in this time. Do I go in on Batterskull here? Yeah, I kind of like it. I kind of like just making him have a second smash the smithereens or just, you know, dying. And they're dead next turn anyways. I think the 24th of February. Okay, so just prevent that. And I think win the game. At the very least, be super ahead. 3-0. Alright, mulligan this. Ginger didn't reveal a companion, so he's probably playing Murktide. Let's keep this hand. Put back Mesa, probably. It's not going to be a matchup we care about Blood Moon that much. I do think we are slightly favored against Murktide. But it's pretty close. I think I'm going to... it's just so easy for them to bolt the champion here, actually. It does feel bad when we're on the mulligan to Fury the Ragavan, but I think we're kind of pressed into it. It's just so easy for them to bolt the champion and start to outvalue us, unfortunately. And Team Eureka, we trophied with it earlier today. We won 7 matches in a row and then lost to Blue Steel. Should I leave the champion back to block dash Ragavan? Probably should. Wasn't too scared of dash Ragavan on turn 2. This turn it's a bit more concerning. Searching for Sentinel. I'm not sure. You know, Sentinel does get worse in the mid to late game, which is where we're approaching. It still wouldn't be bad. Ragavan's also like a fine option here. Yeah, I feel like I've got a lot of mana, so I should probably grab Ragavan. Although it's just so easy for them to play around Ragavan. I'll get the Sentinel. I'll get a Sentinel. Another Fervent Champion would probably be fine too. Just pass back. Okay, that's Delirium. It's like a Channeler scary. Yeah, it's kind of rough mulligan. Had to Fury early. Doesn't even look like Ginger had the removal spell, so... It feels a bit bad. I do like this matchup a lot. It does get better post-board, too, because you get to cut the Blood Moons. You have a lot of good sideboard cards, like Forge-Tender, Rest in Peace. Obviously, you can still lose. Ginger's a really good player, too. Alright, let's take 3. Ginger's got 3 cards in hands. Passes back. Sorry, my Breathe Red strip is falling off. I think 2 Ragavans down, I'm just going to attack. I think I just don't play the Stoneforge Mystic. There's just like no way it resolves, right? I think I'm supposed to wait a turn. Like try to like bait a different counter with something else. If it's charm, at least you draw. Yeah. Yeah, I might be like just getting a little too cute, not playing the Mystic, but I think it makes sense, especially with the Esper Sentinel. Like if I could just draw a different spell next turn, I can actually pressure Ginger's mana pretty meaningfully. Keeps the card on top though. We need 2 Hero of Bladehold on this list. Yes, 2. The perfect number is 2. I agree completely. They graveyard Murktide Regent, which means they 100% have Murktide Regent in hand. But look who resolved the Stoneforge Mystic, chat. It may be a hollow victory. 1, 2, 3, 4. 7/7 Murktide. Get Batterskull. Make Batterskull. Unlikely to be good enough by itself. I guess we just mostly have to hope I'm wrong about them having Murktide in hand, but why would they graveyard it otherwise? Heat targeting Sentinel. Definitely a sign of strength. Putting Consider in the yard. Murktide will be an 8/8. Gotta draw Solitude. Yeah, pretty sure Solitude off the top is the only card that does anything. I guess Maul might like give me a jump block. Okay. That's fine. Sideboard, we did mulligan, had to pitch a card early, but sideboard definitely gets a lot better. You bring in these 7 cards, cut the Blood Moons, cut the Furies, and cut the Maul. There have been a few times I've wanted to tutor Maul in this matchup, but I think I'm happier off cutting it. To make a decent amount of money, triffing leagues consistently. I usually, like when I'm not racing, I'll usually make like $400 or $500 a month from leagues, but I'm definitely like I'm just getting play points now. I have a lot of play points. I've been running really hot on my chests, but it's pretty up and down. I've got a ton of play points right now. I haven't been dropping as much lately. I've been winning a lot. I've got 4,800 play points at the moment. Deflecting Palm for the memes. Well, I'm trying to win this trophy race. Not trying to deflecting Palm for the memes. The Palm is pretty bad against their deck, usually. Yeah, Giant Killer's pretty sick. Indeed, indeed. Why no Ephemerate? Ephemerate would be fine. I think you kind of have to choose between Blood Moon and Ephemerate in this deck, and I think Blood Moon's important. But you could play Ephemerate over Blood Moon. It would be fine. You would also play the full 4 Furies over the endings. I've been kind of meaning to try that version. We've talked about it a little bit. I do think that like you lose like a lot of important percentage points, but you can also play the moons in the sideboard. So like maybe I'll try that off stream or something. We've talked about that exact idea, and I just haven't gotten around to trying it out because this list has been winning a lot. Why am I opening my chest if you have so many play points? That's where I'm getting the play points, is the chests. And yeah, my strategy for keeping all these play points is I open the chests and then I sell the cards from the chest to buy more chests, and then I keep doing that, and as I go, I'm accumulating play points. And it's worked pretty well. A little bit of a spoiler from this week's Channel Fireball video, but I opened a Ragavan in that chest, and then I didn't film this part, but from the chest I bought with that Ragavan, I opened another Ragavan into a Teferi, into a Teferi, into a Meat Hook Massacre, into like a Fury. It was pretty sick. This is crazy running. Yeah, don't try. This is not advice. This is not advice, but this is. I've been running really hot, I'll say. I've been running really hot, especially lately. And that's, you know, been working for the X1 drops. Keep this. Yeah, I don't want to record doing that because I don't like to turn this into a gambling stream. Especially with just like, there's a lot of like, you know, on Twitch there's a lot of gambling streams that are, I think, horrible for the website, horrible for the internet. Just like, there's a lot of big Twitch streamers that just promote gambling to kids, and I think it's really fucked up, and I'm not that interested in being part of that. What do I promote to kids? Net decking. Unfortunately, it's net decking. Man, land is such a good draw here. It's crazy. Could maybe attack first. But I was thinking about maybe leaving this back to block Ragavan anyways. Defcom, thank you for the 4 months. Appreciate you, buddy. Okay, so probably grab Kaldra with this. They've already used 2 removal spells, so I think at this point it's like somewhat likely the Stoneforge Mystic gets to survive. Obviously, if it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. And you have to use 2 mana to kill the Mystic, or I get to draw a card. Does have the 3rd removal spell. I think I just grab a 2nd Sentinel here, right? I could grab a Forge-Tender, I could grab a Ragavan. Could also grab Giant Killer. I think I like the 2nd Sentinel a lot. Tender isn't better. I think 2nd Sentinel is absurdly strong here. Sentinel's, yeah, I think incredibly strong. Yeah, another Fervent Champion would have been totally fine as well. Yeah, we have kind of like nothing but good options. All right, let's attack. Ginger like definitely has counter magic here. So I think I might be sacking this Ranger-Captain Resolve Rest in Peace post-combat. If Fury kind of dead. Ginger's been cutting the Furies. Prismari command, wow. And letting me draw a card. Yeah, Ginger, I don't think Ginger plays Fury. Yeah, I was gonna sack the Ranger post-combat, but I don't have to. Second Sentinel's a little soft to merge. Yeah, we have Solitude in hand. I know we don't have another white card in hand, but a land lets us cast Solitude, a white card lets us Solitude. See, if I didn't have this in hand, like Giant Killer gets more interesting or something else. I got the CFB Pro and the thumbnail for Boros Stoneblade article makes me ask, am I okay? Who hurt you? I haven't seen the thumbnail yet. I didn't. I hope it's funny. This is game 2 of match 4. We're down a game. Right, play the Scalding Tarn. Forge-Tender is basically unbeatable here, right? With Rest in Peace in play. Then being at 5. The Stream Decker's not updated. I know. I need to change it. Sorry. I'm really not a fan of a braid, personally. So inefficient. Okay, going to game 3. I need to pee. Try to hold it, I guess. Wasn't Sophia and Esper GG? That's 5 mana. I only had 4 mana. They also had mana up, so I don't know. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we drew a card off the Sentinel, but it was Vantage, which was tapped, so we couldn't do it either. If I had to register for GB tomorrow, what would I run? Probably the Reclamation deck. I've been winning a lot with that. Looks like a keep. Not a great hand though, but keepable. Ginger's taking a little bit on the 7-card hand, decides to keep 7. I don't like Fury against Murktide. I basically never play it in this matchup. I'll attack. I really basically never fear the turn 2 dash Ragavan, but I start to care after turn 2. Ginger with the 1-lander. Force of Negation, pitching Regent. Attack. Did put that dress down in the graveyard here. Don't think I was supposed to Solitude the Channeler. It does keep a land on top. I think I need to probably like try to hardcast these Solitudes this game. Ideally. Two spells in Ginger's hand, 1 new card could also be a spell. That was obviously a great top deck. I'm so fucking lucky, it's unreal. Just the luckiest. Just the luckiest. I can hear Ginger fuming from through the camera. I can't believe it. Night, thank you for the 6 months. Appreciate ya. Great Jaw too. What are we grabbing with this? Probably another Forge-Tender, right? Could be a Ragavan. Could be Giant Killer, but yeah, I think I'll just get Ragavan here. GG. I mean, it's not quite over. Now it is. Now it's over. Alright, GG Ginger. Kind of philosophical. We're playing against username Orzhov Control. I'm going to keep this hand on the play against a non-companion deck. Oh, just Ginger went live for the 4-0 or for like 3-0? He'll bounce back. You're good, Johnny. I'm just teasing you. Just teasing you a little bit. don't mind answering. Is Horsesuit in the chat? Horsesuit hates hates Ragavan against Aether Vial. What are we playing against? Doing pretty good though. Doing pretty well. They can't go supporting me off red. Just draw a second vial, chat. You worried about your Aether Vial getting Prismatic Ending? Just draw a second. Toxic Streamer. Average number of trophies per season normally? Like, normally, like, a good season is, like, 20s, in the 20s of trophies. Like, if you look at the leaderboard, it's like me, Maninone, Ginger, Tutors, and then Kogamo's having a great season. Respect the Hat, Cat, Punt the Wine. This is, like, kind of, like, more normal what the board looks like at this point for, like, the trophy leaders. We're having a wild season. I guess I'll play the Sentinel here. Or no, let's actually hold the Treasure, because I might want to hardcast one of these next turn. And if I want to play Champion, it's like not, because it has haste. It doesn't really matter if I cast it off the Treasure now or not. Is Ending still better than Portable Hole in 2-color decks? Well, we do have Ragavan for the 3rd color sometimes. You might be right that it's better to play Portable Hole in this deck. Well, although this... Oh, no, Ending helps us answer Chalice, which is a problem. I'll just give Pro Colorless right now. And they can trade Factory for Ranger-Captain if they want. We still will give her from Ragavan. Looks pretty good in this deck, huh? Opponent goes for no blocks, so I'm probably going to just Fury their Factory. Never mind. I'm going to do that. They can save their Factory here. Yeah, give her gets give. It says GG's lol. That was just so lopsided. Oh man. Glad that they kept in a good spirit. Just didn't feel good about that match. I don't think I want the Giant Killers. Giant Killers may be okay. Wurter's fine. It also like pitches to both Fury and Solitude, which is good. And submit this. Matchup's probably pretty solid. Obviously, could still lose. Feast and Famine is for big mana combo control, and Yawgmoth. Probably a couple other weird decks. I don't know my opponent's record because MTG bot's down. Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know that the Legacy ban will affect Ragavan's price much. I don't usually like to answer finance questions. But I don't know. Maybe. Ragavan better than Shaman? Well, Ragavan has a higher ceiling and a lower floor than Shaman. If that makes sense. Like, the games are like that with Ragavan. Obviously, Ragavan, like, won that game almost single-handedly, and Shaman wouldn't have in that spot. But, like, Shaman is, like, a much more consistently powerful card. You can play it in multiples. It's graveyard hate. It's life gain. It's ramp. It's a 1/2. Doesn't die to a lot of the cards that, kill us Ragavan. Kurt Bros, 25 months? Can't believe it's been that long, buddy. Thank you. Does my opponent have lands that make colored mana in their deck? Oh, Reed, thank you for the raid. I missed that. Thank you so much, dude. I was going to raid you, actually, after this. But GG's earlier. We're 4-0 after getting crushed by you. I think they're about to go score to themselves. Yeah, we're currently 4-0 up a game. It's just so easy sometimes. I promise it's usually harder to get a trophy than that. Usually your trophy matches are like a little more tricky. But we will we'll take it. We'll take it. Ooh, we opened an Omnath? They got Omnaths in these packs? Hello, rich people. Aspiring Spikes joining you. Oh, dude, Collodion Hydra. This card used to be like 50, 60 bucks too. I'll open this for fun. Okay, we're at 62 trophies, which is pretty absurd. Ooh, open an iteration. It's pretty good. Let's update the trophies needed to break the record count. I promise they're not usually that easy, but sometimes they will be. Okay, we have 11 trophies left to get to break the record. We have 14 days to do it. It'll be 13 starting tomorrow. I'll probably have a little time to play off stream tonight. I've got still one more article to do for CFB this week. But we've had a great 3 days. We've had 2 trophies every day for the last 3 days. We've had a really, really strong week so far. But I'm gonna